You ever worry about the things you can't see going wrong with your house? Well, today we're going to dig into this hidden war happening right under your feet. It's a battle against the environment itself that can literally destroy your home's foundation and plumbing. We're going to use one Texas city as a case study to show you exactly what this fight looks like and, more importantly, how you can win it. That's the thing, right? It's not a storm you can see coming or a pest you can hear scurrying in the walls. Nope, this is a silent, hidden force working against your home's most critical systems 24/7. And that brings us to Missouri City, Texas. You see, down there, the unique environmental conditions create this perfect storm of problems, turning the very ground and the air into the bad guys in a homeowner's story. All right, so let's meet the culprits. In this first section, we're going to break down the three main unseen environmental factors that are constantly at work in this part of the country. So first up, we've got the ground itself. Missouri City is built on what's called expansive clay soil. Now, to picture this, just think of a giant sponge. When it gets wet, it swells up, and when it dries out, it shrinks. Now imagine your house sitting on top of that. This constant movement puts incredible, unbelievable stress on your home's concrete foundation and all the pipes running underneath it. And it doesn't stop there. Next, you have the air. The Gulf Coast subtropical humidity is just relentless. All that moisture in the air is constantly attacking metal plumbing from the outside in. It massively speeds up rust and corrosion, and it's especially brutal on older galvanized steel pipes, the kind you'd find in a lot of homes built before the 90s. And finally, there's the water. The local supply is just packed with minerals, what everybody calls hard water. And over time, these minerals build up inside your pipes and your appliances, kind of like cholesterol in an artery, slowly choking off the water flow and causing them to fail. So you've got this three-pronged attack, from the ground below, the air all around you, and the water flowing right through your home. So we've met the environmental bad guys. Now, let's look at the real-world nightmares they actually create for homeowners day in and day out. What's so helpful here is how you can connect the dots. You see that expansive clay soil we were just talking about? Well, that directly leads to slab leaks. The telltale sign for you? A mysterious warm spot on your floor or a water bill that suddenly skyrockets. Then you've got tree roots hunting for water in that same soil, breaking into sewer lines. That's when you hear gurgling toilets or notice your drains are super slow. And that 1-2 punch of humidity and hard water, it just eats away at pipes and destroys water heaters, leaving you with low water pressure or, even worse, rusty water. And that number right there, 8 to 12 years, that's the real-world impact. In a place like Missouri City, that's the typical lifespan of a water heater because the conditions are so harsh. In other parts of the country, they can last way, way longer. For homeowners there, it's just this constant, expensive cycle of replacement. Okay, so with all these hidden threats, how in the world do you even find the problem without, tearing your whole house apart? Well, that's where modern diagnostics come into play. Yeah, the pros don't just start swinging sledgehammers. For something like a slab leak, they use these really sophisticated electronic listening devices. They can actually hear the leak and pinpoint its exact location right through the concrete. It's totally a surgical approach, not a destructive one. And the process itself is actually pretty straightforward and transparent. First, a technician is dispatched right away. Then they do a super thorough diagnosis to find the root cause. They're not just trying to patch a symptom. And then, and this is the crucial part, you get a firm upfront price before any work begins. So no nasty surprises. All right, so we know the problems, we know how to find them. So now let's look at the modern solutions, the real game changers that pros use to fight back and make sure the fix actually lasts. So when you have a clogged drain line, you've really got two main options. The old way is snaking. It basically just punches a hole through the clog, but that blockage often closes right back up. The modern solution is hydrojetting. This thing uses super high-pressure water to scour the entire inside of the pipe, blasting away all the grease and mineral buildup. It's really the difference between a temporary patch and a true long-term solution. And when it's time to replace the pipes themselves, the materials have gotten a major upgrade too. Now, copper is a durable classic for sure, but it's really vulnerable to that hard water corrosion we talked about. The modern standard is PEX paving. It's this flexible plastic that's a beast. It resists corrosion and mineral buildup, which makes it a way better choice for fighting back against these specific environmental threats. The best defense is a good offense. You don't have to just sit around and wait for a disaster to happen. This last section is all about the simple, preventative things any homeowner can do. Okay, So here's your action plan. Get a professional inspection scheduled every couple of years. And seriously, go find your main water shutoff valve before you need it in an emergency. Fix those small drips and leaks the moment you see them. Oh, and here's a big one. Flush your water heater once a year to get all that mineral gunk out of there. And please, for the love of your pipes, step away from the harsh chemical drain cleaners. They can cause way more harm than good. We used Missouri City as our case study today, but its story is really a powerful reminder for every single one of us. Whether it's shifting soil, hard water, or crazy humidity, every home is fighting its own hidden battles. So the question to leave you with is this: what unseen forces are shaping yours?